Hey yo, BTG gave me the opportunity to express myself and be the
Gang, let's get this party started. Great morning. Welcome to our 9 a.m. wake up call. This is the call where we get a chance to train together as a company, as a team, as a unit, right? So, first and foremost, I always like to start this call by throwing the ball around to some of our leaders so that they can shout out some of their outstanding performers. So, as always, I see Tanya. Tanya, shout out some of the guys that are kicking ass and taking names with you out there.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, happy, what's today? Wednesday to everyone. Yeah, I'd like to give a huge shout out to my girl, Nadia. She killed it yesterday. Nadia went over her 10 mark. I'm so proud of her. She did a whopping 14. Yay to Nadia, everyone. Yes, so she's on the road now. So she knows what it feels like. She knows what she's got to do in order to get there. And guess what? We're going to see more and more big things out of Nadia. So congratulations to you, Nadia. Also, Aaron, he was out yesterday. Aaron did a great job. He wasn't out the whole day, but guess what? He got numbers in as well. Kudos to you, Aaron, as well. Elizabeth, she was out yesterday. She did some good numbers on the board. She put it on the board. She knows what it feels like. And guess what? She's on the roll to success and making that 10 plus. So to everyone on this call and everyone on my team, to Rich, he's going through some personal things right now. Everyone that I failed to mention, just keep the good works up, guys. You're going to get there. It feels good. Have a good week.
Fire. That's fire. Thank you for sharing, Tanya. Let's move on up to New York with Eugene. Eugene, who you got out there that's kicking ass and taking names?
Okay, that mute button finally worked. Okay, good morning, everybody. Hope you all feeling good. I want to give a shout out to Gina Marie. I want to give a shout out to Deborah. I want to give a shout out to Linda. I want to give a shout out to Keisha. I want to give a shout out to Yopsta. I want to give a shout out to my whole entire team. Just shout out to y'all as well. Everybody out there. Keep doing your thing.
Right on. Thank you. All right. And who do I have? Who is iPhone? Can iPhone identify themselves? I just don't want to miss one of my leaders here, dude. Is that Jose or Bilal?
No, I don't know if this is Elizabeth, but I just changed my name. So I don't know if you're seeing that, if that's me, because I don't know. But good morning anyway, y'all.
Great morning, Elizabeth. Yeah, absolutely. You changed the names, and thank you for that, by the way. I like to call you guys by name at the very least, even if I can't see you. So, obviously, there. All right, guys, we'll move forward. I'm excited, and plus I have a hard stop right around 9:25 because I have another call that I need to join. But I want to talk to you guys a little bit about a few different things. The first thing is that how to stay predictable. Inside of this business here, there's so much up and down, right? Would you guys agree that there's a lot of up and down in our business? Who would agree? Yeah, it's a lot of up and down in sales, right? You
Yes,
know,
it is.
it's a lot of up and down. That's exactly why a lot of people don't like our business, right? Because it doesn't feel consistent, right? And a lot of times people have been institutionalized about, a job. Why? Because again, you're told when to come in, what time to go home, when to take break, when to come back tomorrow, how many days a week you work, how many hours you work per week, right? It's all scaled out for you. And it's very predictable, isn't it? Right? And then when you want things inside of your life, how predictable are those things that you want, right? Can you predict the things that you're gonna have if you have it, if you've already predicted your income this way? It's very hard, is what I've come to learn, right? You need to be able to put yourself in a situation where you can make more of the money based on your efforts, right? And that's why sales is a part of the fabric of everything that we do. If you guys think about it, it's sales. Sales is king, right? At least it is in my book. But I also need to make sure that it's predictable for me because I like to be able to kind of dictate my success. I like to be able to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am definitely going to be successful. So I wrote down a few things, a few areas that I want you guys to be mindful of, and a few different areas that I think you definitely need to be more predictable with. At least I'm speaking to my leaders, at least at this point right now, right? And you don't have to be a leader here at this company. You're a leader in your household. Okay, so let's make sure that we identify that. You got to be consistent with your training. Training has to be predictable, right? That's exactly why we're on these calls on Mondays and Wednesdays. Predictable. Training is important. It's just like going to the gym, guys, right? How much results are you going to get if you don't go to the gym, right? You say you want a six pack, but you're never going to the gym. You're never actually going to train. It has to become a part of your routine. It has to be predictable. You have to already let yourself know, like, hey, on Sunday nights, that's where you can find me, in the gym, right? And you might just tell the world that. You letting everybody know that. You letting the kids know, you letting the dog know, hey, 7 p.m., I'm in the gym. So don't call me between 7 and 8:30. It's predictable. We have to become more predictable that way, right? So if you agree, drop some fire in the chat for me, by the way. Don't just sit there and, let me think I'm talking to myself, right? The next thing is that we got to be more predictable with our scripts and our sales process, okay? So one of the things that I like to go over on this call is I always like to throw the ball over to somebody and we role play. And we're going to do that before this call is over. But it's vital and important, right, that you guys already have your script ready. You should know already and have it written down so that you're outside of your head whenever you see a prospect. Because everybody is potentially your client. How many of you guys let people walk past you without speaking and without them knowing exactly what it is that you do? Who loses? Who loses?
I try to speak to everybody, but sometimes I've let people walk past me.
Man, I'm gonna tell you. And I have too. And by the way, it's gonna happen. Sometimes I get caught up in my head. I get to thinking about you, Tiffany. I could be thinking about you, man, and somebody look square at me and say hello, and I'm just like froze for a second. I don't even, because my mind is in another place. They don't know I'm thinking about something else or somebody else, right? And then I gotta snap it back and they get, oh, hey, how you doing? Good. Then I gotta overextend myself. Hey, how you doing? Good. Listen, I just wanted to make sure, right? Because you said hello, such a pleasant smile. By the way, I work, and then you insert your campaign, right? If you're doing Verizon, okay, great. I'll work with Verizon. If you ever need any Verizon services, I'm your guy. That's me. That's me, right? And then I can walk away, knowing that I did what I was supposed to do, which was put that energy out. But do you have that written down inside the script? Because I know how it is, guys. If you do not, make sure that you have trained on something, then you're going to become fearful of it. You're going to be fearful to do it, right? So that's exactly why I say scripts, make sure that you guys got this written down. Be predictable in that area. Another area to be predictable is be predictable with your disciplines, guys. Be disciplined enough to make sure. What time do you wake up every morning, guys? Is it sometimes 12? Is it sometimes 11? Is it sometimes 9? Is it sometimes 5 minutes before this call wake you up?
I'm awake every morning between 5 and 5:30.
5 and
Same here.
5:30.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, right? Because I just want to stay on this a little bit longer, Tanya, right? You said 5 and 5:30. Why? Why do you wake up at 5 and 5:30? Between 5 and
Because
5.
because I need time, to get myself together. But and number two, it allows me, time to do my meditation, my prayer, get a little bit of breakfast and head out. And then I want to make sure, number one, that I'm at my location early. And what I mean early, if I'm there, if I don't get there by 8 o'clock, I feel like I'm late because I feel like I'm missing out on some opportunity at that point because people do get up early and they're out there. So I like to try to get out there, and that's, that helps me, through the course of the day because people are unpredictable. Get them when you can, and then you finish your day.
Need I say more? She had no idea what we were going to be talking about today, right? But she just said it all to you. She said she wake up early because she needs time to prepare. Not that she needs time to get in the shower. No, she says she needs time to meditate. She needs time to see her day. How many of you guys take the time to see your day? Literally see yourself making 10 sales, at least 10 enrollments per day if you're doing Lifeline, at least 3 sales if you're doing telecom, right? I take time to visualize that. I need to know what a great day for me looks like. I'm visualizing my calls. I'm visualizing 200 and 300 people on these calls, even though it's only 12 right now. But if you ask me, it might as well be 200 and 300 people on this call right now to me. So I like to wake up early to be able to get this in my spirit, because I know when it's time to kick it into gear, I'm a monster. I'm on go. It's execution time, right? But again, you can't do that if you don't become predictable with your disciplines. She said if she's running late, if she even gets to her location by 8 a.m., she's running late. Most of the people I know are still in the bed at 8 a.m. We got leaders at this company that they're out in the field at 8 a.m. I'm talking to them on the call and they speaking to clients. I'm literally hey, put your phone on mute. They screaming free phones. We on the 8 a.m. call trying to make sure that we grow and learn together. That's important. Become more disciplined, be predictable in that way. Be predictable with praise and recognition, guys. I think you guys expect me to praise you by now. And yes, you can continue to keep that expectation up. I don't like environments where people don't get praised and recognized for the hard work that they're doing. Doesn't feel right to me. It's not the way I cultivate community. So please be more predictable with that. Be able to give somebody praise. I know you might be jealous. It's a natural reaction to be jealous of somebody. They making money and you not. But still, give them the praise. Say, hey man, listen, great job. Listen, you got any pointers for me? Humble yourself, right? It's vital and important. Ego is not your amigo. You can't use it, right? And when you do need it, it's there. It's there, right? That's if you do need it. But it's very few times you do need your ego. All right. Alignment. How about alignment with the company culture? Right? Can I depend on you to become predictable with that? A culture of learning while we're earning. A culture of building leaders, community, and businesses. How about predictable with your numbers? Right now, if I ask you to give me your goals for the day, there'll be some people that'll give me their goals and I won't even question it. Because that's how predictable they are to me. I'll use Tanya as an example because she's so consistent. If I ask Tanya her goal right now and she said to me, Q, I'm going to do 20 today. Because of how predictable she is with her numbers, do you think I'm going to doubt her or second guess her?
No.
And you won't either. That takes hard work. That takes discipline. That takes her being predictable. That takes her not negotiating with herself. She don't negotiate. When she's wrong, she says, hey, I'm wrong. I know what I did wrong. I'm going to correct that mistake. I'm going to come back better and stronger. Some might call that intense. I call that someone that wants to get to the top. I like when I see people obsessed that way. Last but not least, be predictable with what we like to call in this business a closeout culture. Anybody know what closeout culture is?
No, what is it?
So, you guys know what the start of the week is, right? You guys know what the end of the week is? Scream it out if you guys know it, or drop it inside the chat, right? So whatever your campaign is, it's different for all different campaigns, right? Like I see Mr. Thomas on here, right? His work week starts on actual Friday and goes to Thursday, right? Much different from our Lifeline program. Our Lifeline programs, we're screaming out. Anybody know, like, excess goes from what day to what day?
Access goes from Monday through Saturday. I mean Sunday through Saturday.
Sunday through Saturday, yes. Right? So with that being said, closeout culture is that when it gets to the later part of the week here, because we have a performance-based culture, right? It's always about how we finish the week. We can start off slow, but it's always about how we finish, guys, right? And we want to make sure, right, that we have a culture of we're going to close out strong. We're going to hit our numbers. Now, obviously, right, we got tiers here. If you're inside of the telecom world, our goal and our quota is 8 sales per week. So if I see someone, right, that they're struggling, they only got 6 sales for the week and it's the final day of the week, close out culture time. It's a switch that I flip, right? I'm making sure that I motivate the team. I'm making sure that I hit the doors harder. Why? Because I got a few hours left to be able to make my numbers, and it's closeout time. Me personally, it's always helped me inside of the business to keep this as predictable as possible when it's closeout culture. I would always text out my team, last hour of power, last hour of power, because we could work up to 9 p.m. So at 8 p.m., it was just automatic for me to text out the team, hey, last hour of power. That was me being predictable with my closeout culture. If it was a part of my team, we were going to be mindful of the fact that it's time to go hard. It's almost over. Most people take it for granted, right, that they have the opportunity to write their own check. But it's real, guys. You can write your own check. You'll be very surprised when that direct deposit hit. And you'll say to yourself, hold up, I can go harder. I can work smarter. I can do this, right? But you'll never know if you don't become predictable in this space, okay? Guys, so that's my message for the day. Now, let's get into some role playing. If you guys got any questions, thoughts, or concerns, or by the way, if you just felt that message today, drop some fire in the chat for me. Let me know that you guys are alive and alert. Now, I want to get into some role playing. Who has an exceptional pitch that they can lay on us today? Who has an exceptional pitch? Who knows their product knowledge well enough? Who can give me a sales pitch right now that they know is going to make them money today and every day? It's become predictable for them because of how well they got their sales pitch down. All right, I got to call on somebody. I'm running low on time. All right, so here's what I want to call on. Can I call on you, Nadia? Let's get it.
She's coming. She's a little nervous, but here she is.
We all nervous, Nadia. Not just you.
It's okay. You got this, girl. We all in the same boat.
I'll help you. Go ahead. Hello, everyone.
What's up, Nadia?
How are y'all?
Good, good. You about to lay a pitch on us?
It's a pitch of your projects and use language.
Come on with it. Show us why you're so super successful here. I know you got it down inside your head. Just pretend like we're not here.
I say hello.
Hey.
I ask them how they're doing. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
Then I ask them if they're interested in wanting to qualify for a free phone or a tablet. And then I ask them if they're on Medicaid or food stamps. And then if they say yes, we proceed with the going through the process. I tell them it only takes 5 minutes. And I ask them for their ID. If they have their ID, take their ID, run them through the system. I still communicate with them, compliment them. Just gonna ask you questions. And that's it.
Listen, first and foremost, I love it. Here's why, right? She didn't just pitch me, she gave me the steps. Did you see that? Now, I also heard somebody in your background. Did they just give you those steps to give to us? Be honest with me.
No.
You have this laid out in steps.
Yes.
I just want you to know that I'm starting to get the feeling that you're what I like to call a structured type of person. You think structurally, right? So, because the way that you did that, most of the time people have to go through a sales pitch and be reminded based on pace and poise and how they do it and in the moment. You have it itemized out inside a step. So that's very unique and value, by the way. I love the Genius Watch. So that's a genius thing about you. I just want to give you credit there. But guys, I want you guys to know this, right? You see that? That's a script. That's her systems. That's her processes. We're going to train more and more on that. Only because I'm out of time today that we're not going to dissect this. But I want you guys to think about what it is that you just heard. And can you do the same thing? Do you know exactly what steps to take? Right? Sales is technique, not emotion. Okay? Now, obviously in your technique.
And one more thing, Miss Tanya, tells me what to say. Make sure I know what to say too, so that I'm prepared.
I love it.
Free phones, free tablets. Everybody in the parking lot getting it.
Allow you're off mute, right? Let me make sure that I mute you. But let me just say this. I will continue to follow Tanya. She has the blueprint, and she has a duplicatable process that she is giving you, right? It isn't just words, it's actually money that you can take to the bank, right? So continue to take it to the bank. All right, guys, I love you all. Let's continue to kick ass and take names, and do not forget to have fun, gang. Speak to you guys soon. Let's get it.
Hey yo, shout out to BTG, shout out to BTG. Hey yo, Q, I see you.